Oh, hi. What up, world? Welcome back. I am Dwayne Langham. This is the YOLO Av, the road least traveled. And you have just tuned in for another live YouTube broadcast. Rise and grind, people. Hope you're ready for a tremendously terrible weather. That's why we're inside. But terrific Thursday, right? So you saw the title of the video. Bespoke Life by Design. Fancy. What am I talking about? I'm going to give you a little vocabulary education today. We're going to talk about the word bespoke, a British term. Do you know where it comes from? Most people know it today as a custom tailored suit, custom fitted. Looking good if I do say so myself. This is true. It comes from the root been spoken. What? That don't make no sense. Well, back in the day when there was a tailor, and I mean like way back in the day, Industrial Revolution, days before that, you would walk into a tailor and see a suit on the rack. Excuse me, sir, has that been spoken for? And now come to today, it's referred to as bespoke. That outfit is been spoken for. It has been tailored. It has been measured to fit a specific person, a specific body. Custom tailored. Bespoke. You're welcome. You just got educated. Go use it today. So now, what about your life? Has your life been spoken for? I was talking to the client yesterday and he was saying, it's time for a change. It's time for the career to work for him. Not in the aspect that he's ready to go find purpose, ready to go dig in, build a career, climb the corporate ladder, but that he's looking for something that suits his needs. And he saw something, that he would like to emulate within my own lifestyle. And that's the aspect of just having control, having freedom, flexibility. You see, it's not something that he wants to go and, like I said, set off for a career and do something the next 5, 10 years and work his way to the top or anything like that. He wants more freedom, more flexibility. Tim Ferriss, 4-Hour Work Week. This is one of his first steps into getting what he calls it, the new rich lifestyle, having many retirements, having control in your life, flexibility, being able to enjoy the life as you live it as designed, exactly as you need it to be. So with that, just having the freedom to work remotely, right? So, as you know, I've got my coaching going on. I've got my consulting. I have multiple income streams, multiple businesses set up, and they all work for me. I can operate remotely. I can have my calls, video calls, as long as I've got an internet connection, as long as I've got a phone line, which with cell phones, that's easy. I can handle business. I can do what I need to do, and I can work around my schedule and whatever else I've got going on in life. But what I want to spread the word and encourage is that there's no reason you can't have a bespoke type of life. There's no reason you can't have a life by design. See, a lot of people get trapped into a mindset that if it's not the entrepreneurial way, which as its core, like I said, entrepreneurial is just the word we've all become obsessed with, society's become obsessed with, because it's not doing a 9 to 5, not doing the typical 40-40 club, because we've gotten rid of that plan. It's no longer worthwhile. How do we figure out this entrepreneurial thing? Really, we're just getting back to the roots of society, the roots of the market. I talk about the market being life, world, general supply and demand, Back in the primitive days, you would take what you had. You would take your skins, you would take your pelts, you would take your fruits, vegetables, whatever it is that you had to the market. Maybe you were a blacksmith, swordsman. Maybe you made the hunting tools. Maybe you made the clothes, sewing. Maybe you could harvest or grow the food the best. You'd bring that to market and exchange it for value. You didn't call it an entrepreneur. That's just what you did. You were an apprentice, studied what your family did or what you liked to do. I don't know. I wasn't around in those days. But you brought that. Nowadays, we call it entrepreneurialism because everyone has gone to the get a degree, get a good job, have a good life formula. And now that system is crashing and burning, everyone's now having to jump into taking care of themselves, offering value to the market to provide, which is all ingrained in, we've got gifts, so that comes naturally. But anyway, so I say that to say, when you're designing your life, how often do you really take control to put out there, you know what, I want to work part-time. I want to work 4 hours. That's the thing about self-employment, entrepreneurship, having a business is that you determine ultimately what it's going to be. Do you want to make $1 million or do you want to make 100,000? Do you want to make 50,000 and only work 20 hours? Do you want to make 500,000 and have to work 80 hours? If it's something that you love, that 80 hours may be 80 hours of getting to do the thing that it is that you love, jumping out of planes, coaching people, like whatever it is that you're into, that's that thing, and you can monetize it and make profit from it as long as there's value being offered to somebody else. The thing that I want to encourage you behind is that your life can be by design as long as you're open to what it is that you want, as long as you tailor it to what it is that you want. Do you want to work from home? Do you want to travel? Do you want to be involved with people that you like? Do you want to do business to business, shaking hands across the table, making the deal, solving the big problems? Or do you just want to be left to yourself, off in a cave, off on an island maybe, working remotely, solving problems, even like myself, technical consultant, whatever the case, coach, pick up a phone, talk with somebody. There's all kinds of options. My point is how bespoke, how by design are you making your life? Are you saying, hey, I want to make this amount of income and I want to do it with this amount of time and I want to be able to travel this much? Matter of fact, I want to travel for work. Matter of fact, I want the car to be provided for work. See, what I told this client at the end of the conversation, whatever it is, put it out there in that way. Before I got really into building my business, my last two positions, careers, jobs, something I love doing, but the last two positions I just put out there that I know there's somebody who needs this. When I was trying to get into the admin level, I know there's somebody out there who needs a junior admin, somebody to add value to a team. I kid you not, 20 minutes later, I got a phone call from a recruiter. This last time with the consulting company I work with now, I even put out there the exact same thing. I know that they need somebody out there who's an expert in this. Within 1 week, I got 2 calls. Positions I did not apply for. Companies I did not know about. Picked up the phone, called me. Didn't update the resume or anything. But just putting out there by design. Not because somebody else says that, well, if you want to make money, you got to get a job. Well, if you want to do this, you got to do that. Well, if you want to have your own business, it's got to be this way. It's got to run that way. It's got to look like this. You got to operate like this. No. You hold the pen. Your life has been spoken for by you. The second you take control and start calling the shots. Now, as always, you have to get aligned with everything. If you don't believe it's possible to make that kind of money, to work that amount of time, then you won't see it. But see, the benefit is when you start calling the shots, when you start saying, this is what my partner is going to show up with, this is my ideal love, this is what I'm willing to accept, this is my ideal body, this is what I'm out to have, this is what I'm going to put in my body, this is what I want my body to be capable of doing. This is the career, the lifestyle, the income, the business life that I want to have. When you make a life by design, bespoke, as we learned earlier, then you can start to look back and enjoy everything about your life. Just imagine that, even in the stressful times, even in the complicated times. Like we say, on the road to success, you're going to take on things that are going to be challenging, that are going to be things you've never done before. It's going to be invigorating. You're going to be alive. It's not always going to be just peaches and roses, though. And even in those moments where it gets a little sticky, where you don't know how you're going to come out on the other side, be able to take a breath and look around. Really? This is so cool. Have you had a moment like that in your life? Do you really feel like your life is bespoke, by design? You put that piece in. Well, the family, I got clients that cut off business at, right as soon as we get done with our call. 4:30, I'm off. I got the family time. 5 to 8, locked up solid. They're not commuting. They're not in traffic for 2 or 3 hours. Other clients are traveling all the time. Half the time they're in town, half the time they're in another zip code. But that's bespoke. That's how they wanted it. That's how it works for them. Some people have a young family. Maybe they need to be home. Maybe your kids are old and out the door. And you're cool to travel. You want to go see the world. You want to go get your life back. It's all bespoke. So when is the time where you want to start living a life by design? I want to see in a little bit of now o'clock. Today, people. Today is the best day of your life. It is the first day to the rest of your life. Don't you think it's time to live powerfully? Don't you think it's time to have a little life by design in your life? I hope so. I'm over here enjoying it. I'll make sure my clients enjoy it. That's my purpose. In the meantime, I'll be right here on the Ave, wishing you the best in what? Only success. Yeah, I'm just playing around the gamble. As always, people, be powerful. Peace.